All right, what's up, everybody? It's Basking Shark time. So, oh my gosh, it is the holiday season, and there's no better shark to talk about for the holidays than Pseudorhinus maximus, the basking shark, the famous cold water, beautiful shark. Just like, I'm so excited. So, hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you have something comfy and are enjoying something. Just like, oh no, damn it! I hate it when ads sneak up on me. This always happens. Like every single live stream has an ad. Anyway, I hear something. Oh. Sorry, a little scatterbrain. But welcome to the Dr. Jaws live stream. This is number 5, and tonight we are talking about basking sharks, which is especially exciting. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. It's one of my favorite shark. I mean, they're all kind of my favorite shark species, but this one in particular is perfect for winter because in my part of the world, they come down here every winter. They're very rare in kind of like the Virginia area. They're more common in New England, but it is still really cool to know that they do that migration and come down here. So. But I hope you guys have a cool snack or a cup of tea or just something to assist you as you do your own project or whatever you're up to tonight. And I hope you're having a good Monday night. And I hope you're enjoying the holidays as much as I am. It's funny, like I think at the very beginning of December, we're still in the beginning of December. Okay, maybe like right after Thanksgiving, I wasn't quite feeling it yet, and then I just like been watching some fun movies and just spending time with friends and family, and it just like it's got the Christmas lights up, and it's like it's starting to sink in a little bit. So tonight, by the way, we're listening to Shadow of the Colossus. If you've never played this game, it's amazing. It is actually probably one of the most important video games ever made. I would say, kind of on an artistic level. It's a groundbreaking, beautiful experience, and the music is perfect for the shark and just kind of perfect for tonight. And it's a simultaneous mix of like relaxing but like epic. And that's kind of what this shark's vibe is, because these are peaceful, planktivorous species. They are not big super predators. I guess they are technically super predators because they eat so much plankton, but they're not like big mackerel sharks or anything. They're gentle giants. So, and they get giant. They are, I think on average it's about 35 feet. Max is 40 feet if I remember correctly. And this is a shark that weighs tons. Like it's so cool. So I'm excited to share this with you tonight. I guess what we'll do is we'll just start off with some footage and sharks of the world. And I got a cup of black tea, same black tea I had last week actually. So, also wait, I had to go back really quick. Shout out to I'm pulling from the Dr. Jaws Footage Selects playlist. So shout out to BBC Northern Ireland, which I subscribe to because they've got some beautiful footage. Dibram still has like some of the best footage anywhere in terms of marine life, so shout out to them. Nordiskins. I don't think I'm saying that right, but shout out to them. Not this ad. Get out of here. And then last but not least, which we're going to talk about later, Basking Sharks Scotland. Basking Sharks Scotland, actually, if you're going to subscribe to anything today, please subscribe to my channel. But also Basking Sharks Scotland. These guys do amazing conservation work and really cool eco tours. If you ever want to dive with basking sharks as an experience, this is a great place to go and a great place to kind of like experience the animal in its natural habitat in a conservation-minded or with a conservation-minded group. Some of the footage and some of the things they do is amazing. We'll talk about them more later tonight. But I just wanted to shout out to some of the footage that we're seeing. Please subscribe to their channels because it's important to support creators. And yeah, so let's go back to the top of the playlist and play this as we learn more about basking sharks. Alright. Sharks of the world. This is just kind of like our backbone for these study parties. Oh shoot! You know what I should do? I should check the audio. I don't want to get into another journey situation where I thought I was playing music, but I wasn't playing music. It's quite embarrassing. So, let's see. Da, da, da. I thought I was playing music, but I wasn't playing music. It's quite embarrassing. I'm glad I opened it up to that line. Music's working perfectly. So, I still haven't figured out a way to kind of check it accurately. Before live stream, kind of like, just do it as you go. So, but anyway, this is gorgeous footage. This is Ireland. So basket sharks are pretty cosmopolitan. They are. Let me open the book for their range, because I know they're on both sides of the Atlantic. Clearly, like New England is a cool. I don't want to say a hotspot, but like I hear about basket sharks more up in New England than not. And then like the British Isles is a huge place for them, at least in terms of like putting them on the map. Like the most I've ever seen as far as like diving with basket sharks or just like being around basket sharks is in the British Isles, and specifically Scotland and Ireland. It's just like super, super cool how close you can get to them. So, oh my gosh. So Cedarinis is, I think that's Latin, but it means whale nose, kind of like Cedar or Ceta, kind of like cetacean, like the group of whales. I think dolphins are, dolphins and whales, cetaceans. It's the same root. I'm pretty sure it's Latin, the same Latin root. So Ceta, rhina, like rhinoplasty, like, rhinos is nose, rhinoceros, like rhino is nose. So Cedarinis is this shark's genus name, so it means whale nose. And then Maximus means enormous or the biggest, or big, so it's big whale nose, which actually that's a pretty good literal name for this. I'm also having trouble turning to the right page. Let's see. There you are. Hey, buddy. Okay, Cedarinis Maximus, page 311. I got the plate. Also, if you've ever seen these before, welcome. This book is probably the greatest shark book you'll ever read. Sharks of the World, A Complete Guide by David A. Ebert, Mark Dando, and Sarah Fowler. It's been featured on every episode, but it's really good. So, Alright, let's see what we can learn. So, basket shark, usually recorded from the coast to the continental shelf edge and slope, often associated with coastal and oceanic fronts. That's actually really cool, like in terms of like... Oh, and it is cosmopolitan. It lives all around the world, except for the Indian Ocean, and I guess kind of like in most of Indonesia. But other than that, it is a very cosmopolitan distribution, both North and South Atlantic and North and South Pacific. So this guy is a lot of different places. It's interesting seeing that one individual in the shot just now. Yeah, like, I don't know if it's like white scarring or like a parasite. I imagine it's scarring, but I'm curious what that would be from. So, if you know, leave a comment, because oh my gosh, these guys are so cool. Alright. Let's see. Nope, I'm not chilling. I wish I gotta get an ad blocker, dude. I gotta get an ad blocker. Get out of here. Get out of here. Come on. Okay. We're back. Now, okay. So that car reminds me. Okay, so the fin cutting the surface brings me back to childhood. This is the first shark I've ever seen in the wild. And I was a kid, so I really... Part of me wishes I was like older to better understand what I was seeing, but my family and I went on a whale watch out of Rye, New Hampshire. So shout out to Rye, awesome place. And I actually interned at the Seacoast Science Center, and they're super cool. They're super, super cool. So if you're ever in that area, go to the Seacoast Science Center, Odier Point. But anyway, that area has a lot of whale watches, and we went on a whale watch. We did it every year. It's kind of part of our vacation, like our family vacation. And then on one year in particular, I saw something in the water that, I'm gonna be honest, I thought at first glance it was like a piece of garbage. Like, it was just this big, weird, flat thing, waving back and forth in the waves, and it just seemed so strange, and I didn't really know what I was seeing. And it was like a slaty gray day. Oh man, this is bringing me back. Slaty gray day, mostly overcast, and this thing was just kind of like flopping back and forth. And then the boat captain just kind of radioed to I guess all the guests on the ship, and was like, "That's a shark," and explained that that's a basket shark. And it looks like the one I saw, the fin was more out of the water, kind of flopping back and forth. And that's an enormous dorsal fin. Look at that. That is so cool. But anyway, so the one I saw was much closer to the surface, and I really wish I was older to kind of better understand what I was seeing. So, but this is the first shark I've ever seen in the wild. First wild shark. So, a lot of fun this for Cinereus Maximus. All right. Okay. So, usually seen ram feeding on surface aggregations of zooplankton at coastal or oceanic fronts, sometimes in groups of over 100. Snout tip, dorsal fin, and upper caudal fin may all break the surface as the shark swims slowly forward with open mouth, using gill rakers to extract plankton from up to 1.5 million liters of water per hour. That is unbelievable. Feeds on deep-sea zooplankton in winter and offshore. They have been a bycatch of deep-sea trawls targeting fish spawning aggregations off New Zealand, presumably while feeding on fish eggs. Basking sharks migrate thousands of kilometers across ocean basins and through the tropics, where they remain in cool water below the thermocline. And thermocline means it's kind of like a, you know how like warm air rises and cold air sinks beneath warm air? Same thing for water. Warm water rises and cold water sinks. And there's a boundary layer between the warm water and the cold water called the thermocline. I think there's a better way to explain that, and I think there's a more detailed explanation. And if you are a scientist, please leave that explanation in the comments. So, but anyway, where are we? Thermocline. Complex courtship behavior is reported, and breaching is more likely to be observed when sharks are in surface aggregations. So, yeah, this shark breaches out of the water. And that is extremely cool because this guy is in the same order as the great white. And they're both lambdiforms, and you can kind of tell by their body shape, specifically like kind of the big, boofy, conical head, and then I think most lambdiforms, goblet shark is lambdiform, and it has like a weird long head, like a big head, but it's not like boofy. But like that's sort of the thing that sticks out to me when I see lambdiforms is like their head is like a conical, long shape. I don't know, and like their fins, like their dorsal and like pectoral fins and caudal fins, Actually, I have to backtrack a little bit. Like this shark is similar to a great white in terms of like having like kind of the lunate caudal fin, big pectoral fins, big dorsal fin. I have to backtrack because like sand tiger sharks are lambdiforms. They don't really have that fin shape. But anyway, but you can kind of tell. You can even just eyeballing it. You can kind of tell that this guy and the great white are not too far apart. Like phylogenetically. So which is super cool. But anyway. Point being, you know how great white sharks breach, and they're famous for breaching. I just think it's so cool that it's in the same order as... Oh, this is a whale. It's in the same order as a basking shark, and the basking sharks breach, which is like... there's some videos on YouTube that show that. Actually, I wonder if I can find one. Let's see. Almost unbelievable. I agree. Basket sharks breaching. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, Brad. Sure. Nat Geo Wild. Let's go. National Geographic. Wait. No. That looked really cool. Wait a minute. Oh my god, I've never seen this. No. I don't want authentic sense. Get out here. Hold on. I've never seen this. Okay. I've never seen this. Oh my god! No way! No way! That is amazing and terrifying. Let's go back. Alright, so we got an aggregation, just like the book said. Look at that! Oh my god! That's amazing! Holy hell! Dude! Wait. Oh my god, it's unbelievable! Look how much power! Like, look how it's ramping up! That is so cool. Alright, I wonder if I can half-speed this. Can I do that? Oh, that is so cool. Alright, look at him charging. And then, like, he's moving his caudal fin, like, much more... Like, front half of the body is, like, really rigid, but the back half of the body is, like, working so much, powering this thing out. That is so cool. That is amazing. Alright, Night Maid, guys. That's so cool. That's also terrifying, like, that thing landing on you, like, kinda dead. Like, that's crazy. Okay, I think, I gotta check, I don't think I have comments probably yet, but, like, because I think, this is still starting out and everything, but still, I mean, that's just, like, unbelievable. That's so cool. Alright, let's go back to... I was just checking to see if anybody else was watching that. We're still in the early phases of this project, so I don't imagine a lot of people are watching live, but that's okay. I'm talking to future people for the most part. But hello, person who's watching right now. I hope you're having a cool night. And I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did, because that was freaking awesome. That's way too cool. Oh my god. Alright. Alright, let's see. What else we got? A poorly known plankton feeder, huge oil-filled liver provides buoyancy, presumably oophagus. Only 1 litter, 6 near-term pups have been reported. That is weird. Oophagus, or I don't know if I'm saying this right, oophagus, oophagy, I don't know. It's probably oophagy, sorry. Anyway, that means that it's like the sand tiger shark, which is in the same order, where the siblings in the womb eat each other or eat eggs, like eggs in the womb. So, actually, it would be the eggs. Oophagus means eating eggs. So, which is weird because these sharks actually have probably the smallest teeth. Definitely the smallest teeth in relation to body size, I would imagine. But probably the smallest teeth, like, actually, yeah, like teeth are 5 millimeters. I'm checking the book right now. I mean, they're really, really tiny teeth. So, I don't really know. I don't know. I'm kind of like, I'm a little thrown by that. I don't know if it is. It's interesting because it makes sense in one dimension because, like, sand tiger sharks are, they're famous for intrauterine cannibalism. And it's the same order as basking sharks, so, like, if it's oophagus, I can't pronounce this. I mean, that makes sense in one way, but again, the shark has itty bitty teeth that are not really meant for, like, as an adult, it's not meant for food, because, like, how they collect plankton is they strangle them through these gill rakers. These are structures in their gills that kind of work like baleen. They kind of filter water and they filter plankton from the water. They're kind of like seines, so that's how the shark eats. It doesn't really actively, as far as I know, it doesn't actively use its teeth. The teeth are just kind of like a residual feature. Also, oops, I was wondering why this is going so slow. I didn't realize I kept this on slow speed. I got really mentally caught up in that. So, All right, status. IUCN Red List endangered, which is heartbreaking. I think when I started Dr. Jaws, this was a vulnerable species, and now that's shifted to endangered. So it's like, it's sad. I mean, you know, I am hopeful. I think they're going to be okay overall, especially with like conservation programs like Basking Shark Scotland bringing awareness to the species. I think are really important and beneficial, and I think they're going to be okay. I'm not like, I don't think we're going to lose the shark in my lifetime or ever. I think it's going to be okay, but still it's really upsetting that it's endangered. So but endangered due to population declines of over 50%. Formerly targeted by harpoon and net fisheries from Norway to Scotland, Ireland, and the Bay of Biscay in the North Atlantic, and in the North Pacific off Japan, California, and British Columbia. The latter an eradication program to reduce damage to fishing nets? Oh, screw you, man. This shark is beautiful, man. Alright. Liver oil was the main product traditionally used for lighting, later for engineering oil and cosmetics, also the huge fins and sometimes meat and cartilage. Excuse me. Basket sharks are now listed in the appendices of several global and regional environmental agreements and protected by many range states in the European Union throughout wildlife legislation or fisheries regulations. Let's kind of see, I think there's a reference for where it's protected under. Basking shark. CITES Appendix 2, SIMS or CMS, Appendix 1, 2, and MOU. What does that mean again? Is it going to tell me? Memorandum of Understanding on the Conservation of Migratory Sharks. Okay, don't know exactly what that means. Species are to be strictly protected. CITES Appendix 2. Species whose international trade is regulated under permit. Interesting. GFCM. General Fisheries Commission for the Mediterranean prohibits retention, transshipment, landing, storage, display, and sales of species listed in BARCON, SPA/BD. Don't know what that is exactly, but like, point is it's protected. Shark finning regulated through fins naturally attached. That's interesting. NEAFC. Target fishing prohibited, shark finning regulated through fins naturally attached. So what that means, I just read it twice, but what that means is it used to be that people who collect shark fins would catch a shark and take the fins and like remove them from the animal, and it's awful, and toss the animal overboard. But there's a new law, or well, not law, but I guess law. Or a series of laws or set of laws where most protective bodies don't allow you to do that. Like, you need to land the entire shark. If you catch it, get out of here, Walmart. I'm not shilling for you. you need to keep the entire shark on board if you catch it, and you can only remove the fins once you get back to port. And this is a way to ensure that protected species or endangered species are not finned, because sharks are very hard to identify just by their fins. So it's finning is awful everywhere. But if you are going to harvest shark fins, you have to prove that this is a shark species that is not endangered. So yeah, that's what it means when it's fins are attached. So, I mean, finning is awful. Finning is awful, but at least having an entire specimen where you can identify clearly this is not an endangered species is better than just having the fins and having no idea what it is. And I know there's studies where we're trying to get better at genetically identifying the species, if they're in the shark fin trade, if there are programs, DNA, how is this? There are programs where they've been trying to take shark fins, take a little clip, a sample, a tissue sample of those fins, and see if they can identify the species genetically. I don't know how far those have gone. I don't know how if they're even implemented as far as like a practice anywhere. Like, because it's like I've definitely seen studies and research on that, but I've never seen like implementation. So I don't know if you've ever. What's going on? Why did that quit? What happened? Sorry, my desktop just kind of showed up for some reason. That was weird. But yeah, if you ever seen that, like, if you know, like, or if you ever seen or heard of like implementation of identifying shark fins genetically, like when they're landed, please definitely let me know and like leave a comment because I'd be fascinated to hear that. So, let's see. Talked about despite protection, there's no sign of recovery for the U.S. and Canadian Pacific stocks, but numbers are reportedly rising in Scottish waters. Go Scotland! All right. Observers and photographers can provide sightings records and dorsal fin photographs to scientific research projects like, oh, there you go, www.basketshark.org, study basket shark numbers, migrations, and life history. I'm assuming basketshark.org is Basket Shark Scotland. Let's see if we're right on that. Let's check that out. Is this... No, it's not. What is basketshark.org? Let's hope it's something nice. Basketshark.org. What is that? Shark Trust. Gotcha. Shark Trust is very famous. Gotcha. I think it's sometimes called Shark Trust UK, or I don't know if that's a chapter or if it's actually based in the United Kingdom, but here we go. Basket Shark Project is a great way for you to get involved in basket shark conservation. You can help us learn more about these gentle giants by being on the lookout for them during May through October, basket shark season. That's really cool. Now, that is interesting because in like where I live, a basket shark season is like November through March, kind of. Like, yeah, November through March, maybe April, but probably not April. Because like they migrate from the north down to like the Chesapeake Bay, Outer Banks, Virginia Eastern Shore region, November through March. Let me make sure I got this right. I have a very makeshift little thing to keep track of. I keep track of when my boys are in town. You know, like let's see. Okay, yeah, so it's March. So November through March is when basket sharks come to my corner of the sea. So it's interesting. So this is definitely a more northern area. So I'm pretty sure this is the United Kingdom, right? Yep, Plymouth. Awesome, Plymouth. Isn't... Okay, this is really... Faroes, Plymouth. Edward Faroes? Anybody ever seen Sense and Sensibility or read Sense and Sensibility? It's Edmund Faroes. Edward Faroes. So, he has something to do with Plymouth. Butchering that. I like Jane Austen. But anyway, Edward Faroes. It's Edward. It's Hugh Grant. I can't remember what the name of the character is. Anyway, Plymouth. United Kingdom. Here we go. This is based in the United Kingdom is the point. And if you spot one by recording your sighting on our shark sightings database. Ooh, I'd like to see that. Today, basket sharks are one of the most widely protected and managed sharks in UK and EU waters, yet surprisingly little is known about them, partially because of the difficulty in conducting field research. I can imagine that. Basket sharks are the second biggest fish in the world. Yes. You know what's kind of interesting, though? Just like a little... I need to take a little sip of tea for this. I don't know if you're like me, but I get kind of like... I don't really like calling sharks fish. I mean, and adoy, they are, you know, and fish, the term fish is a collective for anything, I guess, that swims and breathes water, and, I mean, I'm butchering that, like, any vertebrate that swims and breathes water would be a fish, right? I guess an amphibian would actually, yeah, no, would do it. Okay, screw that. No, because axolotls. Okay. Point being. Fish are a group that includes bony fish, lampreys and hagfish, and the elazabranchs, shark skates and rays, or the cartilaginous fishes. Yeah, and because like chimeras are in there too. Sorry, it's Monday. Okay, so fish include those groups, right? But like sharks and rays and chimeras, like they're like special to me. Like they just are. I mean, they're different, phylogenetically, but they're just like they feel different. And I feel like when I think of fish, I think of like Nemo. I think of like tuna. I think of reef fish. But like for sharks, it's just was it semantics? I'm saying it. It doesn't matter, but it's a little thing where it's like I like calling them sharks. I like saying the second largest shark. I don't really like. I don't know what it is. It's a weird thing. It's a me thing, and it's kind of silly. But I don't really like including sharks in the fish category. I mean, they completely are, but like I don't know. Or like I don't like including sharks in under the umbrella term fish. I like just calling sharks. Just maintaining that distinction. So, but I digress. Basking sharks are listed as endangered on the IUCN Red List. Monitoring, management, and further research is vital to ensure their survival. Yes. Every year, shark enthusiasts flock to UK coast in the hope of experiencing basking sharks firsthand. I would love to do that someday. I've never been to the United Kingdom, and I know that if you travel to the United Kingdom, you probably shouldn't be saying going to the United Kingdom. You should be saying going to one of the home nations like England, Scotland, Ireland, Wales. Or Northern Ireland. I'm sorry. Yeah, Northern Ireland. Ooh, I caught myself on the oof. Northern Ireland. So sorry. So sorry to Ireland. So sorry. Let's keep reading. Oof. To increase your chances of seeing a basking shark, you can visit these well-known hotspots. Oh god, butcher this. Hebrides? Is that how you say that? Hebrides? Hebrides, Sky and Mole, Hebrides. Is that correct? Please correct me if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. I've seen this name so many times in relation to basking sharks, but I'm not 100% sure how to correct it, or how to pronounce it. Sorry. Isle Man, Mailenhead, Southwest England, Devon, and Cornwall. Cornwall is awesome because there is a really cool conservationist named Caitlin Kite, or Dr. Caitlin Kite, who has, I think, Wildside Radio, and I forget exactly what station that is, but she is extremely cool, and she's an amazing conservationist, and very supportive or she's been very supportive when I was like starting out, and just like she's super cool. So shout out to Cornwall, shout out to Dr. Kite, like she's cool, and she has a YouTube channel. Let's actually go find her YouTube channel really quick. Hold on. She's super cool. Yes, her. Yes. Caitlin Kite. Please go ahead and subscribe to Caitlin's YouTube channel. And she has a lot of radio stuff. Hello. Sorry if it's being a little silly. Yeah, she does. She hosts a radio show. She is super cool, and again, one of the most supportive people when I was like starting out. So just like please subscribe to her channel. It's super cool. Okay, back to basking sharks. Oh my gosh. We share sightings data with researchers and other conservation organizations working together with the aim of furthering basking shark conservation. Code of conduct. Basking sharks are extremely vulnerable to disturbance and harassment by water users. So as part of our basking shark project, we've created the Basking Shark Code of Conduct. I like this. By following this, you can enjoy basking sharks safely and ensuring an enjoyable encounter for both you and the shark. Cool. Also, golden sharks we talked about before, and I've asked the bull sharks too, like this shark has a presence, like it has so much charisma with basking sharks. It's not as like popular as a male shark, but it's still like there's a lot of species. Like a lot of people are aware of the species and working with the species, and it's just exciting for people to see that. Like I love showcasing sharks that are not as well known, but it is exciting to kind of like have so much material to go through. You know, with something like, I mean, like with sharks as like charismatic or famous as basking sharks. So, sorry, it's super cool. I'm very excited. Okay. Remember, the sheer size of basket sharks warrants respect and caution. It is also illegal to intentionally disturb or harass basket sharks in UK waters. In doing so, you could face up to 6 months in prison and a large fine. That is fine with me. Do not disturb the sharks. So, just going back to my... Well, actually, no. We don't have to do that now. Let's see. Okay, Basking Shark Code of Conduct. Guidelines to help water users reduce the risk of injuring or harassing basking sharks. General advice, do not approach within 100 meters. So in America terms, that's 330 feet. 3.3 feet is 1 meter, I believe. Let's make sure I got that right. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. America, metric system not adopted, we didn't want it. Let's see. Meters to feet. Just kind of curious. Yeah, 328 feet. That was close. 328 feet. Okay. Although mostly placid, basket sharks can startle if disturbed, often thrashing their tail with enormous power. Yeah. I had a friend who, this wasn't with a basket shark, but this was a whale shark. They did get too close. And remember, sharks have the dermal denticles. Like, all sharks have dermal denticles, so it's like, you know, the tooth-like scales on their skin. And if you go against the grain, and especially at a very high speed, you can get cut, and, like, you can get slashed. And that's exactly what happened to my friend. He got a little too close to the whale shark, and he was doing like a snorkeling thing with his buddy. So they were in, what do you call it? I think they were like skin diving. They weren't in a wetsuit. It's like, I think skin diving is like the shorts and like, you know, just like the sun shirt, but it's not really like a full wetsuit. So his legs were exposed, his calf was exposed. And the shark got startled, started to swim away, and the tail just bam, just like whacked his leg, and it left like a scar, like it cut him, not maybe very deeply, but pretty badly, to the point where he had a scar on his leg. So yeah, it's something people don't think about, because they think about like when they're with sharks, like the mouth, you know. But I mean, you know, sharks are not basket sharks. But like, yeah, for any kind of shark, or any kind of large shark, that is something to be careful of, in the sense that there's so that like all sharks are almost like pure muscle, and it's just like they're so strong, and you know, the physics of a tail slapping you, like that's a lot of power hitting you at once. So just like, yeah, just something to be careful about. I'm glad they pointed it out. Be extremely cautious in areas where basket sharks have been seen breaching. Yeah, that video was awesome, and I didn't realize there were so many divers in that video, but like, yeah, that is absolutely worth concern. That is a merited concern. Avoid pairs or large numbers of sharks following each other closely. This may be courting behavior, and they should not be disturbed. Maintain a distance of at least 500 meters. Remember, for every shark visible on the surface, there are likely more to be hidden below. I didn't know that. That's actually a cool little... I'm going to zoom in on that. That's actually kind of a cool little tip. That's so cool. I'm loving this. That's actually really cool. Huh. Observe which direction they're swimming, then quietly position yourself alongside their anticipated course for a safe and enjoyable view. Wait for them to come to you. I'm gonna do it, guys. I'm gonna swim with basket sharks someday. I swear to God, I'm gonna be doing this someday. I don't know when. I'm not sure how, but someday I'm gonna be in the water with basket sharks. It's gonna happen. Like, that is a lifelong. Yeah. It's like a lifelong dream. You know, that'd be so cool. I did have a beautiful shark encounter this year. I saw my first scalloped hammerhead shark. And we're gonna do the scalloped hammerhead soon. So, but like that was just like, oh god, that was an experience. So, yeah, I just love being with sharks in the wild, and yeah, I just really want to do this with a basking shark. Ah, I would love to see it. Okay, sorry. Basking sharks are legally protected in the UK. It's illegal to intentionally kill, injure, recklessly disturb, or harass basking shark in British waters. You know what? That should be illegal everywhere. Any person committing such an offense could face up to 6 months in prison and a large fine. Yes, just don't hurt these. Ooh, this is interesting. Okay, swimmers, divers, and surfers maintain a distance of at least 4 meters. That's actually pretty close. That's not that far. And be wary of the tail. 4 meters, 12 feet, yeah, or 12-ish feet-ish, 13 feet. Do not touch the sharks. Don't do it. Do not swim towards them if they are near you. Okay, that part, I mean, like, yeah, like, let's be real here, guys. I mean, like, that's gonna be really hard. Like if I was in the water for basking shark, it would be really hard to stay away from it. I have to. I love them and I respect them, so I wouldn't, I'll obey these rules. We all should obey these rules. It's just, emotionally, that'll be hard, because it's just like, it's so cool. I want to get close. But, yeah. Actually, that's a big rule for whales and manatees. I used to live in Florida, and that was a big manatee thing. Is like, don't go towards them, let them come to you. So just like, I'm pretty sure, actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't approach a manatee, but, like, they can totally come to you, but I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to approach one. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to go near one. Like, I don't know. You're definitely not allowed to approach a lot of different kinds of whales. Like, at least in the United States, you're not. There are other parts of the world you can. Like, I think Norway has more relaxed whale rules. I know Canada has more relaxed whale rules compared to the United States. Like, the United States is like, like, for the most part, for most species, don't go near them. Like don't, like, give them space, give them a lot of room, so, which is good. I mean, it's better for the animal, and again, a lot of the animals, more often than not, well, I shouldn't say more often than not, but a lot of the animals do come up to you anyway, so, but, I don't know, it's interesting. Ideally, swimmers should remain on the surface, stay in a group, rather than spreading out around the sharks. No more than 4 people in the water within 100 meters of a shark at any time. Interesting. Huh. Interesting. I wonder how they coordinate snorkel tours then. Like, I wonder, because if this is British, then Basking Shark Scotland would obey these rules, right? If this is British. Yeah, it said Britain, right? In British waters. Okay, yeah. So Basking Shark Scotland would obey these rules, but it's interesting because I feel like that'll be hard to do. Like if you're doing a wildlife tour, 4 people in the water in 100 meters of a shark. Interesting. I don't know. Kayaks and SUPs never paddle directly towards the shark or allow several kayakers to surround them. This could make them dive or act unpredictably. Remain calm and quiet. Avoid sudden movements which will disturb the sharks. That would be amazing to kayak near one, actually. Stay in a group rather than spreading out around the sharks. Try not to cross their path so the sharks can maintain their course without changing direction or speed. Never use your paddle or kayak to touch a shark. Yeah, no brainer. Don't do that. Like, I hope no one does that. Don't do that. Like, because it's like, why would you do that? Like, you're just poking it, basically. It's just like, it's not nice. Don't do that. Boat users, never chase a shark or direct a vessel towards them. This could make them dive or act unpredictably. When sharks are sighted, restrict speed to below 6 knots and or operate under sail. When closer than 100 meters, switch the engine to neutral to avoid injuring sharks. Avoid sudden changes in speed. Do not allow several vessels to surround the sharks. Jet skis should not approach basket sharks. Yeah. I'm not a big jet ski guy or a jet ski fan personally, because like I do a lot of snorkeling, and I have to be, whenever I hear these, I have to be really careful, and I kind of get a little frustrated, to be honest. No offense if you have a jet ski and if you enjoy jet skiing, but I do get really nervous whenever there's a jet ski around, because they go super fast, and like like there's a certain spot that I go to that like sometimes they're around and like I can hear it in the water and it's like ah crap and like I have to get up and just kind of monitor where it's going. So it's not my favorite thing to. Actually, Florida had quite a bit of them. So like at least where I lived in kind of like the Tampa Bay area. So yeah, like it was something. I like snorkeling in quiet places and yeah, it was just something that would kind of crop up now and then. If that's how you have fun though, like no offense, it's just like yeah, it's mud commentary on jet skis. Sorry. All right, photo ID database. I'd love to see that, please. Ooh. Excuse me. Browse. Oh, this is cool. That is cool. Okay, so even here you can tell a difference. It's subtle, but like for example, see how that's curving a little bit, and then this guy has like a straight fin. That is so interesting. And you can even see little notches here. There's slightly significant, not significant, but like like there's a deeper notch here, a deeper notch here. So this guy has 2 notches and a straight dorsal fin. This guy has 1 notch and a curved dorsal fin. This guy has a more sharply curved dorsal fin with 1 notch closer to the top. This is really cool. And then there's more obvious differences, like that's a very distinctive injury. Well, this guy has like a little mountain fin. Like it's a little bit wider, squatter. It's got that little change in angle. Like you can see it's going one way, and then there's this point where it shifts. That is so cool. Oh, that's it's really bad scarring actually. And then are these copepods here? That's amazing. You would think, I didn't realize there was such variation. And what's really cool, if you are a fisheries or marine biologist or fisheries biologist, or actually any kind of biologist, if you really love wildlife, and I feel like bird people are probably very much like this, especially, and actually maybe, I mean like any groups, but especially like bird people and maybe like insect people, like you become accustomed to subtle differences. You start to kind of like pick up on very minute differences that, and herpetologists probably, actually, okay, any kind of biologist, any kind of wildlife biologist, you the further you go in learning about a certain group of animals, the more you're picking up on like very subtle differences, and the more your eye is trained to see those nuances in nature, which is super cool and really beautiful. And like the basket shark fins, this is a great example because I think at first glance they all look the same, right? But then you kind of can tell differences if you look more closely, like just like little subtle things. And it becomes very helpful in identifying shark species, especially in certain genera. Like I talk about Carcharinus, I think, on the bull shark live stream. I think Carcharinus as a genus is very difficult to identify. Hammerheads tend to be kind of tricky to identify, or some species. I'm trying to think of other shark groups that are tricky. Those are the big ones. I guess lantern sharks maybe, and yeah, probably lantern sharks. I don't know about dogfish. Probably lantern sharks, Carcharinus, and hammerheads. And maybe hound sharks, maybe not. Probably, I don't know about hound sharks. But anyway, point being, those groups, like, or the species within those groups, they look very, very similar to each other. Carcharinus is the worst, but the more you study and the more you practice and the more you kind of like look at, the differences or learn about the differences, the more your eye is trained to see that, and it helps in other groups as well. Like I'm starting to get in my life, I'm not a bird person, but I'm starting to get a little bit better with birds because I'm seeing, I've been like training myself to see differences in sharks, and like by looking at like little details or little nuances, you start to get better. So, fun fact: do you know what the worst fish group is as far as like like trying to tell them apart is Notropis, the or actually like please feel free to comment if there's a different fish group that you think is the worst. But Notropis, which is a kind of minnow, it's a huge genus of minnows, nicknamed Notropis nohopis. Like you have no hope in identifying those. So they're too similar. They're very small, and there's quite a few different species, and it is a nightmare to try to tell them apart. So. If you are studying Notropis, you're a brave and talented person, because it's like it's really hard. So, I don't know if they're called minnows or shiners or both, but it's a freshwater group. So I'm kind of rambling. Notropis nohopis is the adage, or adage. Ooh, that's interesting. Oh, that's scarring. Sorry, I should have like. I didn't realize. I don't know if these are like, these might be propeller scars. Yeah, that might be those two might be propeller scars. Yeah, interesting. I'm gonna just look at one more. Also, shout out to Colossus. Shout out to the soundtrack, because I think out of all the soundtracks we've listened to, this has been the best, because it's beautiful music, but it's also been like subtle. Like it's also been kind of like in the background where I'm not even registering that it's here. I'm just like thinking about the shark. So I think that's a sign of a good soundtrack, like a good study soundtrack, just like it's there, it's there, it's creating a cool vibe, but it's also in the background. Because like there have been some that have been a little goofy, like I love the Civ soundtrack, but that kind of got a little goofy. And no, Blue Turtle was good. The first one we did was Blue Turtle. That was good. Journey was good. Journey had some moments though, but Journey was good. So I feel like I'm missing one. Blue Turtle, Journey fail, Journey succeed. Civ. Nope, we're good. Yeah. If you have any music suggestions, please comment and share with me, and we will use it in the next video. So, take me home. What does that mean? Take me home. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I'm not 100% sure what that means. Alright. Real things about basket sharks, threats, conservation, how you can help basket sharks. I would like to know. Ooh. Whoa. No way. Look at that. Look how close that is to the shoreline. That's crazy. Now that actually, okay, that's okay. That is, it's crazy because of how big the animal is, and this is probably a smaller individual, but like it's still kind of wild. But when you think about like what they eat, maybe it's not the craziest thing in the world, because these guys thrive on plankton, although they do eat zooplankton, which is not phytoplankton. Phytoplankton get their energy from the sun closer to the surface. But then again, well, no, basket sharks should eat phytoplankton, right? Anyway, I guess, I don't know. And even, okay, but hold on. I thought the book said they just eat zooplankton. So phytoplankton are at the surface collecting all the sunlight, and then zooplankton are eating the phytoplankton. So no matter what, the zooplankton would be there anyway. But so the basket shark is getting a bunch of zooplankton. Let me read that again, because I thought the book just said that the plankton feeder. Okay. Aggregations is zooplankton, but it says plankton feeder. Okay, yeah, because I thought. Sorry about that. Okay. I just misinterpreted the book. Okay, because like it eats all kinds of plankton. Sorry, I'm just really rambling. Anyway, plankton more concentrated at the surface in solid waters and the sunlit zone. So it's not that shocking that the shark is inshore, because I mean it's still a sunlit area, but where there's a high concentration of plankton. Yeah, high concentration. Yeah, sorry, I'm overthinking it. Sorry. Let's go. Let's continue. How can you help basket sharks? Follow, promote our basket shark code of conduct. Dude, promoted. promoted. I just read the whole thing out loud. I read the whole thing on live or live on live. It's the same thing, right? Yeah, dude, I promoted it. We promoted it. We, future viewers, and I think there's one person watching right now. 2 people are watching right now. We promoted it. We promoted a way to help basket sharks. We are helping basket sharks right now. So, I think someone just joined. So I'm just talking about the code of conduct for basket sharks. Like we just read the whole thing, and it's apparently a way to help. So, which I agree with. Record your basket shark sightings. So we did take a look at the fins. Keep a lookout for basket sharks and record your sightings on our database. If you get a photo, even better. Information on tagged and injured scar sharks is also important. Okay. Adopt a basking shark. Help raise funds for this project by adopting a basking shark. And we'll send you a Jocelyn adoption pack full of fun facts about basking sharks. This makes a great gift for anyone obsessed with sharks. Okay. How much is it to adopt a basket shark? How much is it to adopt a basket shark? Let's see how much it is to adopt a basket shark. If you're adopting the shark as a Christmas gift, maybe we suggest a digital adoption that could be emailed to you to be sure it arrives in time. Also, I think I scared that other person away. So sorry. I got so excited about, helping basking sharks. So, these gentle giants are awesome because there's... Oh, yeah, we already went that. Adopt a basket shark. You get a personalized certificate. This is not the same as... We'll email you. I'm just kind of curious what this is like. 25 Great British Pounds. Which is a lot of American dollars. Actually, that's not that bad. Basket shark adoption. Oh, that's really cool, actually. Ooh, look at these. Are these... Okay. That's actually really cool. These are... Oh, actually. You know what? These are... So I know they're bookmarks, but these illustrations... What is the name of this artist? I've seen these before. They might be some of the best shark illustrations out there, actually. This is... And I'm pretty sure it's a guy. It's, what is your name? Oh, these are really good. Oh, I think I have a book with these illustrations. Sorry. Let me look that up. But anyway, white shark, mako shark. I can't tell if that's a short fin or long... Oh, short fin mako. Okay, well, not cheat. Basket shark, whale shark. So, interesting. Huh. Okay. Donate to our Basket Shark project. You can also support our Basket Shark project by making a donation below. You know what's really funny? I actually have been thinking about these things, but I realized I'm on live, so I'd have to type in my card information, and that would not be good to share on a live stream, so we're not going to do that. Download the latest Basket Shark project sightings report. And also, this illustration is killing me. Let me... I know I have a book with this artist, so... what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go find that. Let me go back to the channel and go back to the playlist that I have. Please like and subscribe to the Dr. Jaws channel if you haven't already, to support these live streams. I totally scared that person away, by the way. I'm so sorry. Like, I got too excited. I was like... Okay, I got too excited. I just, like, you know... We read the whole guide. We read it live. I can't think of better promotion than that, and I just got excited. So, sorry. I love sharks. Okay. I'm going to go find that book, and we're going to have Captain Kip man the ship for a second. Stay here. 1 second. Okay, interesting. By the way, that was really close. It's a mudkip. If you haven't seen this before, Captain Kip driving the ship, that's a mudkip. So whenever I have to go away, he just takes over and he steers the boat as we travel through our shark journey together. Okay. So this is from the artist, and the book I found is actually fairly new. This is Shark Biology and Conservation by Daniel C. Abel and R. Dean Grubbs, illustrated by Elise Pullen and Mark Dando. Mark Dando is the person I was thinking of, and what's interesting is Mark Dando illustrated parts of Shark of the World, but I think the plates are from Sarah Fowler. So, no. Excuse me. Gosh, I'm burping a lot. Okay, either way, the illustrations I was thinking of were Mark Dando illustrations. So let's look up Mark Dando, because these might be some of the best shark illustrations I've ever seen, because sharks are very, 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 very difficult to draw. Let's see. And he got it right. Or actually, a lot of multiple artists got it right, but Mark Dando. Oop, I should have done Mark Dando shark. Yep. Okay. Oh, he did do the plates. Look at that. Okay. So I guess Mark Dando. Okay, that's interesting. That is really interesting. Okay, so Mark Dando might be the greatest shark illustrator. At least the best I've ever seen. Look at that. We talked about the dogfish last week, or pike dogfish. Beautiful illustration. Wow, that looks amazing. Okay. So what's interesting is the reason that I didn't think it was him is he has these two styles. So for example, you've got this. I don't know how this. It almost looks like a. Oh, shoot. This is like a scratchier, rougher style. Oh man, I'm gonna really butcher this. Like, it's like the color almost looks like watercolor. Yeah, with like just pencil lines. I know that sounds really, really unprofessional. I'm not really sure what I'm talking about. But you can tell that this is different. Like this is more of like a clean, splashy, like fuller look to it. It's two different styles. He's using two different materials because like this is like style one, which is like, what is that? Is that like color? Like, is that like pencil? Like color pencil? Like really good color pencil? I don't know. This is scratchier and rougher looking. I mean, like it's great, but it's like a scratchier, rougher style, and this style is smoother and splashier and more colorful, and I don't know exactly how to describe it. If you're an artist, please leave a comment because I'm not doing a good job on this. But anyway, both styles are fantastic. Both styles are very accurate, and here's our beautiful basket shark illustrated by Mark Dando. Yeah, this is actually a great example. So both are Mark Dando. Scientifically, both are accurate. Man, this is more dramatic and beautiful. This is incredible to look at. And this is actually the official plate, this one right here, for Sharks of the World. But, excuse me. This one is really good for ID. Oh, CMS. There you go. Conservation. Look at that. Can you make that bigger, please? CMS famous conservation body. It's not going to make it bigger. That's annoying. That is really annoying. Yeah, okay. It's a charismatic species, so it doesn't have to be huge. But, nope, sorry. Wow. Beautiful. Let me zoom in on that. Wow. Beautiful illustration of a basking shark. And honestly, like this second style that he has, like it's my favorite. Like this kind of style, this kind of artwork for sharks and like shark diagnostic, or I don't know how you say it, but like this kind of style for shark identification is like beautiful and like A plus and the best I've seen. I think Mark Dando is the best. Val Kells is really good too. Let me see if I can find Val Kells illustrations. Yeah, Val Kells has a lot of good shark illustrations for ID. Yeah. Val Kells and Mark Dando are some of the best as far as shark ID goes, or drawing sharks. They're very like identification guides for sharks. You'd be surprised how hard it is to get them right and how hard it is to draw a shark accurately. Yeah, those two artists are fantastic at doing it. So, just checking something really quick. Okay, cool. Now, kind of went into a rabbit hole. Interesting. What is this? Basket shark hotspots. Oh my gosh, a little too far. Plus number of basket sharks reported. 87 reported elsewhere around. Okay, so 5 Hebrides, Skye. 20 Southwest England. Interesting. I wonder if we can get more. As far as range goes. Interesting. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's talk about Basket Sharks Scotland. So this is the big one that I heard of, and Shark Trust UK, super cool. We actually just saw a lot of cool resources, so that was a lot of fun. But this next one, Basket Sharks Scotland, this is the big one that I've heard of a lot. So let's take a look. So we are passionate about basket sharks, especially as we have the world's biggest hotspot in our backyard. Awesome. We are lucky to be able to study them and experience stunning encounters with them every summer. They are quite elusive and have a large migration pattern, inhabiting offshore and temperate waters. As such, they have not been studied as extensively as other sharks. We have prepared some information on the sharks from scientific knowledge and our own learnings to date. Let's see. Ooh, cool. And one of only 3 plankton-eating, planktonivore sharks worldwide. So let's think about the other 2. That would be whale shark and I think megamouth, right? That's megamouth, right? Let's take a look really quick. I'm pretty sure that's megamouth. Pretty sure megamouth likes plankton. This is very much megamouth music. There are so many cat sharks in the world. Like I'm trying to get to the basket shark and I'm just kind of zooming through a lot of cat sharks. Great. Yes, it is megamouth. Okay. Feeds on plankton, particularly shrimp, possibly by suction. Okay, interesting. Megamouth. So. Alright, so those are the 3. Basket shark, whale shark, and megamouth. Just so people are not confused, megamouth is... No, that's not one. That's a basket shark. This is megamouth. There we go. So this is megamouth. This is a real shark that is very rare, and is... I mean, it's really rare, so it hasn't been seen often. And it's real and alive and huge and awesome, and I actually don't know a lot about megamouth, but this is a real shark. This is not to be confused with megalodon, which is a extinct shark. It used to be real, or I guess it's real in the sense that like it lived, but it's not real anymore. So that is another story for another day. It is an extinct species, but this one right here, Megamouth, is very much alive, and I just wanted to point that out, just in case people get confused. Megamouth is not the same as Megalodon. They are two different shark species. One is alive, one is dead. Megalodon is dead. It's dead. Let's see. Second biggest shark in the entire. I like they're the second biggest shark in the entire ocean. Only the tropical whale shark is bigger. I like that. I like that. I literally said at the very beginning of the stream, you know, I like it when you refer to sharks as sharks and not fish. Second biggest shark. I love it. These gentle giants grow over 10 meters, 33 feet long, and weigh up to several tons. Their mouth can be up to 1 meter wide and is lined with a special organ called gill rakers. They are arranged along the gill slits and are specifically adapted filters made out of keratin, hair and fingernails, material that's keratin, which strain out plankton from the water whilst allowing the water to pass through. This is similar to the baleen in a filter-feeding whale. Super cool. Let's see. Oof. I don't want to talk about their fins. Gender. Gender can be identified by the males having two. Oh, yeah. All sharks have that. Okay. Yeah, I'm just kind of breezing through this. I was super zoomy earlier and really excited, and now I'm sinking into the Monday night. I'm getting into a good study mood, so I'm actually just reading. Oh, although they are not used in feeding, the teeth may be used for mating, and we have seen scarring on the fins that may indicate this. That is interesting. Dude, I'm learning a lot tonight. That's interesting. Huh. And you talk about oophagy as well, intrauterine cannibalism. Interesting. Oh, to quote the famous poem by Norman McCaig, that room-sized monster with a matchbox brain. That's sad. I mean, it's not sad, but it sounds a little disparaging. Basket sharks have a very small brain, which has evolved due to the lack of requirement for hunting and limited energy in their diet. Compare this to a great white shark who has to actively hunt and engage strategy based on balanced with a high-energy seal diet. The basket shark's the nerval mass for smell is actually much larger than the brain, indicating this is far greater importance and is likely to be used in hunting plankton. That's fascinating. The eyes are large and black, and eyesight is thought to be fairly poor. It is unlikely that the sharks use eyesight to find plankton in the water, but probably use this sense for object avoidance and light level detection. Now, this is interesting because I know basket sharks dive pretty deep. Because I know their biology for the most part, and like their namesake is they're at the surface for the most part. But this species does dive down very deep, and sometimes I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they not hibernate, but that's not the right term, but they kind of disappear from areas into deeper water. So for extended periods of time. So I got a text from somebody watching the stream. Thank you. You're the best. Thank you. Let's see. Liver. The liver is a big story of the body. It contains an oil called squalene. It is used as an energy source, possibly for use during their long migration pattern or times of low plankton abundance. Interesting. I think this is Journey music. I think my channel went back to Journey because it knows I like it. So I'm cool with that. Cool with winding down with Journey. So I promise we won't play it again. But it's nice to have it back. Yeah, dermodenticles, all sharks. Yeah, I think you could argue all sharks have this. Although, okay, The color of the sharks can vary, but they're usually a dark gray with different patterns and markings along their flank. Okay, oh, I want to hear this. Basket sharks have an unusual classification and are part of the order Lambdiformes. This order is more commonly known as the mackerel sharks and ranges from great whites to makos, like we talked about before, porbeagles, and the megabalth. It seems strange to think that the famous seal-hunting great white is related to the plankton-eating basket shark. However, they share a similar fin and body type. Dude, we nailed that earlier. When swimming with basket sharks, you can sometimes observe them either swimming with their mouth closed or closing their mouth to swallow food. At this time, with the mouth closed, their outline looks very similar to a large predatory shark and can be quite an exhilarating experience. Dude, that'd be awesome. It'd be awesome to see this. Let's see. Scotland has some of the richest cold waters in the world, and every spring, oceanic and weather cycles create optimal conditions for explosive blooms of plankton. With increased availability of upwelled nutrients, higher sunlight, and warmer temperatures, the plant-based phytoplankton generates large blooms. The animal-based zooplankton feeds on the phytoplankton and times their cycle to take advantage of this food source. Then, in turn, we have basking sharks migrating to our water to feed on the rich zooplankton. Now, this is interesting. So, just like the book, this is kind of zeroing in on zooplankton specifically. That's actually really fascinating. So, I guess the shark is targeting zooplankton, or is, like, I shouldn't say targeting zooplankton, but, like, that's kind of like the mainstay, I guess, of their diet. You would be talking more about zooplankton than phytoplankton. That's actually really fascinating. So, very, very cool. Zooplankton is a generic term for a multitude of species. However, there's a specific type of copepod, which is a type of crustacean that is the basket sharks prefer. The Calanus family of copepod, in particular Calanus, we are looking that up, Helgolanticus, are understood to be the meal of choice. That is super cool. Let's check that out. That is super cool. Huh. Worms. Let's check out worms. Worms is the World Register Marine Species, aptly named, because, worms are a big part of the ocean, you know? They're not featured often, although actually worm representation is growing in like Blue Planet and stuff. Like they are actually, I've noticed lately there's more of an incorporation of invertebrates in ocean documentaries, so that's actually pretty cool. Alright, but I forget exactly what the deal of worms is, but I think World Register Marine Species is kind of like a catalog. I don't use it too much, but I don't use it too much because it's literally like a catalog. So let me just check if Sideritis maximus. Yep, there it is. Basket shark. Yeah. So any marine species is interesting. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. Actually. I don't use this too much though, because it's not bad. It's just kind of not my style. But this is interesting. It's synonymized names. Look at all these names for basket sharks. So, Siderinus, named after different people. Halcydrus, that is a really cool name. If I ever get to name a shark, I might just call it Halcydrus, because that sounds pretty badass. Hanovera, Polyprosopus. I'm sorry, whoever named that. I'm not a big fan of that. Scoliophis, Salachi. That's actually not bad. That actually, Salachi would be kind of a cool name, because like Salachi is the name for shark, and to call the basket shark, as in like it's the shark, it's like, yeah, I think that's kind of fair. Squalus, that's hilarious. Squalus is used now for dogfish, so it's kind of fascinating. Actually, fun trivia: if you guys have seen, I'm sure you've seen, or at least some people have seen Jaws. Hooper refers to the great white as a squalus, and I don't know how long the genus Squalus was used, or the name or the term Squalus was used for a group of sharks that is just like, it's not valid now. But what's interesting is like Hooper sounds like an idiot when he's talking about the great white in that way, but this movie was filmed in 1975, and so I don't know if at the time Hooper was correct, like in terms of like, I don't know if at the time Hooper was scientifically accurate and the science just improved and he just said the white shark is a squalus, you know. He's talking about it in like the autopsy scene. He's like, you know, it's a large squalus, blah blah blah. Really, really going off on a tangent, but it's just like a fun fact. Squalus might be a term that applied to a wider grouping of sharks generations ago, and now is not that at all. It just means dogfish. So it's kind of fascinating. I actually saw Richard Dreyfuss once. I never met him, but I was in the SharkCon. 2018 SharkCon 5, and he was there, and I got to see him speak, which was super cool, but I didn't have the pleasure of meeting him. So I did meet Paul Watson very briefly, and we were very surprised he was there because I'm pretty sure he was wanted by Interpol at the time, so I'm not really sure what's going on. Okay, Canis helgoatlanticus is a copepod found in the Atlantic from the North Sea south of the western coast of Africa. Ooh. Okay. Planktonic herbivore. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. So this is the basket shark's preferred food. Interesting. Okay, I won't dwell on this. I was just kind of curious. So is this? Oh, this is the range. Very interesting. Now these gaps are interesting. And look at that. So I'm assuming this is like a 1958, 1967 winter. I'm assuming this is like a relative like index of abundance of some sort. So big concentration, south coast of Ireland. And then I think that is Denmark. I think. I don't want to crash my internet. Hold on, let's be accurate here. I don't want to be insulting, so let's make sure I got that right. Sorry. It's not Denmark, right? That's not Denmark. No, it is Denmark. It's not Denmark. That's technically Germany. I was insulting. Very sorry, Germany. So this is part of Germany. Okay, kidding. Gotcha. Okay, so concentration Germany, south of Denmark. But okay. Now, what's kind of fascinating to me is these gaps. I don't know what these would be about, because you got the Mid-Atlantic Ridge here. This is actually interesting. What is this about? You've got like George's Bank here, and the Flemish Cap here-ish. This is interesting. Porcupine Bank is somewhere here. What are these caps about? That's actually really interesting. This is a mystery beyond my comprehension for tonight. But if you like copepods and you study copepods, and if you could tell me what is going on with these gaps, I would love to hear your opinion. Please let me know, because that is pretty interesting. So let's get out of here and let's go back to Basking Shark, Scotland. During blooms of the specific species, the water is alive with a red-colored bloom, and we have abundant sharks who hone in on this food source. During our own studies, we've found that whilst copepods can be... I love how they're using whilst. It's very formal. I like this. I genuinely like this. I'm not being sarcastic. Like I don't see whilst a lot. Whilst copepods can be abundant all over the coastline, the areas where the larger individuals are located have the most sharks. Interesting. This does make sense as the sharks are getting more bang for their buck, gaining higher energy input for the same amount of energy used feeding. Interesting. That's actually really cool. Wait a minute. Let's read that again, because that's actually extremely cool. During our own studies, we have found that whilst copepods could be abundant all over the coastline, the areas with the larger individuals are located have the most sharks. This does make sense as the sharks are getting more bang for the buck, gaining higher energy input for the same amount of energy used feeding. That is extremely cool. Huh. Migration pattern, yes. Please tell me. I need another cup of tea as I learn this. Look, it's good tea. Okay. The basket sharks in North Atlantic have a very interesting migration pattern which was relatively unknown until recent years. Satellite tagging programs have increased our knowledge on site fidelity of the sharks, where it has been demonstrated that they are seasonally resident around the islands. Ooh. It has also given us an insight into their autumn and spring migration to and from our islands. Autumn and spring, okay. Autumn to, spring from. Right? Although they are seasonal visitors to our waters, there's evidence of some that stay over winter, with fishermen reporting them in midwinter, divers witnessing them in deep water, and even some washing up after bad weather or in poor condition. The main migration in spring coincides with the first plankton bloom of the year, with the peak of numbers showing in midsummer, and then the southerly migration occurs around September and October, which is interesting because, you know, like November again is when they're coming to my part of the sea. On their winter migration journey, the tags that have remained attached have shown their journey across the Atlantic towards Newfoundland and offshore towards the Bay of Biscay and Azores. Okay, Newfoundland. So Newfoundland's nowhere near where I am, but like it's the same continent. So, the reason for this stage of their migration is unknown, and they are very conspicuous at this time and inaccessible due to their offshore location. Do they feed during the stage, and is there available plankton on which they can feed on? As described above, they have a huge energy source in their liver, which must be for a specific function, such as energy stores for their journey. One of the reasons for the allure of basking sharks is that their migration is a mystery, and tracking them is difficult. This is really cool. If you want to be a shark scientist, this is actually really cool. Really cool thing to do. Unlike predatory sharks, which are attracted to a specific prey location, protected in Scotland by various Scots and UK law to our statutory limits, there is a threat to them during their offshore migration, which means it is important that the population is protected not in singular countries, but as a migratory species. Gotcha. Makes sense. I'm just going to breeze through reproduction. It's a lamprey. Okay. I briefly saw a little comment about, as I was breezing through, about claspers, where male sharks have, and this might be a male actually, because like this feature right here might be its claspers. Now this long thing is actually a lamprey, which is a parasitic fish. Its mouth is somewhere here on the shark's belly, and it is just drifting along. So that's actually really interesting. And this actually looks like a sea lamprey, Petromyzon marinus. I don't know if there's other species in the North Atlantic. There probably are. I'm just not very good with lampreys, but interesting. Like that photo threw me off for a second because I'm like, that is not a reproductive feature. That's something else. So interesting. Mating has never been scientifically recorded. However, there's evidence of sharks rolling around at the surface together as seen. That's amazing. Wait a minute. I didn't know that. As seen by fishermen such as Howard McCrindle, a lucky man to observe this. Yes, Howard is very lucky. Basking sharks do breach clean out of the water and are the largest shark in the world to do so. That is unbelievable. Oh, it's so cool. I mean, I knew they breached, but I've never seen anything like that video that we saw. There seems to be a higher incidence of this in the Hebrides than in other areas and at times of large shark aggregations. I really should know how to say this because in Harry Potter world there is a dragon called the Hebridean Black. So I should know this. Yeah. I grew up with Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find in the book, and it's like Peruvian Black Dragon, Hebrides, right? Hebrides. There seems to be a higher incidence of this in the Hebrides than in other areas, and at times of large shark aggregations. Although there is a theory that the breaching may be a way of ridding themselves of the parasitic lamprey, like this guy, the energy required to breach would not seem to be worth the benefit of increased swimming efficiency. Energy display in nature is usually to do with breeding, and is generally accepted that this behavior is related to the cycle in some way. This is so cool. Like, this shark is so interesting. We suggest either that the males are showing some type of dominance or attracting the female, or perhaps that females are signaling that they're ready for mating. Breaching is also responsible for the only UK fatality recorded as a shark attack and is known as the Carradale incident. Back in September 1937, a family were out fishing in a 15-foot dinghy when a shark breached and capsized it. During this incident, 3 of the occupants died. That's crazy! Dude, I didn't know this! Alright, high five, this is the best live stream yet. This is the best shark study party yet, because we're learning so much. See below for a video of basket shark breaching beside our boat during the 2016 summer taken on iPhone. Yes, show me. Love to see this. God, that would be so cool to watch in person. In Hebrides, there are very few small sharks seen, and it is thought that pupping occurs elsewhere. The sharks are ovoviviparous, meaning that they first develop within an egg sac, but are born live at approximately 1.5 to 2 meters long. Now that's a nice... I think the last live stream, when we were talking about dogfish, I was struggling with properly defining ovoviviparity, and this is a really great way to define it, actually. The only record of this being seen was by a Norwegian fisherman who, upon catching a large female shark, saw her give birth to 1 live and 5 stillborn pups. There seems to be more smaller shark sightings further south in the UK and even into the Mediterranean. However, this still remains a misunderstood part of their lifestyle cycle. That's super cool. I'm just gonna breeze through this. Ooh, I got a like. Thank you. Oh, somebody liked this. I really appreciate that. Thank you. That just kind of flew up on my screen. Appreciate that. Okay, the sharks were historically hunted in Scotland even as recently as 1994. They were targeted for their large livers, which contained a vast amount of oil. Traditionally, this oil was used in lamps. However, other industrial uses were found for the shark liver oil, such as producing a constituent called squalene for cosmetics, perfumes, and lubricants. Once synthetic materials were developed, this reduced the demand, and thankfully these majestic sharks are now protected. Beautiful. Through this, over the years, almost 100,000 basket sharks have been caught, and although the sharks are now protected in the UK, their protection cannot be guaranteed elsewhere around the world. The sharks are still targeted in other countries to use in shark fin soup. As reported that one exception, large dorsal fin. I hate that. Oh, okay. Oh, the sharks are listed on the IUCN Red List as vulnerable and also as endangered Northeast Atlantic. That changed. Because now, this is the IUCN Red List, now they're endangered. That actually changed. Population trend decreasing. Let's actually take a quick look at why they're endangered. Also, cool. Remember I said earlier that they dive pretty deep, so 1,200 meters. That's in the... Ooh, that's actually going into the midnight zone, because like 0 to 200 is sunlit, 200 to 800 is... No. 200 to 1,000 is twilight, and then 1,000 beyond is midnight. Although I think the Hadal zone starts at 6,000. Anyway, that's actually really cool. The shark goes into the midnight zone. Midnight zone. Endangered species assessment. What's going on? Am I missing this? Threats in detail. There should be a summary of why this is endangered. Assessment information in detail. Sorry, I thought I missed that. Okay. The basket shark is a very large, highly migratory, filter-feeding shark distributed mainly in the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans in coastal and pelagic habitats from the surface to 1264 meters. It occurs near the surface in temperate waters and deeper below the thermocline in tropical waters. Interesting. The species has low biological productivity with limited fecundity and late age at maturity. although no longer targeted, it is still caught as bycatch in trawl, tramble nets, and set net fisheries and becomes entangled in pot lines. The large fins are extremely valuable in the fin trade. Man. Across regions, there have been some severe historic decline. However, there's indications of some stability and possible slow recovery. Yay! Since cessation of target fishing and high levels of protection. The global population may now be beginning to stabilize, with signs of that from the Northeast Atlantic. Northeast Atlantic. That is, the British Isles. That's actually really cool. Although elsewhere there's little information upon which is assessed. What? Although elsewhere there is little information upon which is assess stability. That was a misprint. However, abundances are still estimated to be well below historic levels, and there is ongoing demand for the high-value fins, and a global population reduction of 50 to 79% is suspected over the past 3 generations, 102 years. Therefore, the basket shark is assessed as endangered. Okay. So, stability in the Northeast Atlantic gives me hope. Like that, in my gut, I don't fear for this shark. I think it's going to be okay. Like, it's awful that we pushed it to this point, but I do think it's going to be okay. There's some shark species I don't feel the same way about, where it's like the Pondicherry shark, the lost shark, the river sharks, some angel sharks. I'm really concerned about them. In hammerheads, there's a lot of hammerheads that I'm very concerned about. But basket sharks, I think they're going to be okay. So I'm not worried. Just lovely sharks, but I think they're going to be okay. So, the sharks. Oh, hey. Yes, what's up, Royal Roy? Welcome to the study party. Have you been watching these at all, or cause like this is kind of like a new live experiment that we're doing. I'm just catching up with your comments. Yeah, river sharks, man. River sharks are something I'm also really, really concerned about too. Like good point on that. Genus Glyphus, and I know I promised I would make a river shark video soon, but it's like, oh man, it's taken longer than I thought. So like much longer than I thought. But welcome to our shark study party. Yeah, what other groups can you think of in terms of critically endangered sharks that you would be worried about? Because like I said, hammerheads, we talked about river sharks, Pondicherry shark, lost shark, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's hard. It's been hard to find time to make. Oh wait, no, I don't want it to go to my screen. It's been hard to find time to give that kind of video like the attention it deserves. So, Hemi Pristis, interesting. Let's look that up actually. So what's cool is, I don't know if you've seen the other live streams, but what's cool is that these aren't lectures. This is actually just a live interactive just study party. So each week we do a new shark and a new soundtrack or a new music recommendation. Since you're here, you can pick next week's shark, and if you have any music that you like, to study to or to listen to, just let me know, and I'll feature it next week. But let's go ahead and check out Hemipristis, because that's a genus I don't really know that well. Snaggletooth shark, interesting. So they're vulnerable, but let's take a look at the assessment. Actually, wait, let me make sure. I don't know how many Hemipristis there are. Hemipristis, the genus. Is it just one species? Let's see. Yeah, just one species, snaggletooth shark. Population decreasing. Let's take a look at the assessment. It's vulnerable, meaning, it's not quite endangered yet, but it's definitely in trouble. Assessment information detail. Oh, wait a minute. It's actually okay. The fossil shark Hemiprisus elongata is commonly landed in coastal fisheries throughout its shallow, down to 130 meters, tropical Indo-West Pacific range, and to a lesser extent in Australia. Since the flesh is considered of very high quality, as are the fins and liver, life history data demonstrate that it grows and matures rapidly, suggesting a relatively high ability to sustain fishing. Despite this, okay, that's interesting. Grows and matures rapidly. That's actually that's not too common in sharks. That's actually really interesting. Despite this, the intensive and largely unmanaged net and trawl fisheries that occur throughout most of its range, except Australia, fish heavily in its known habitat are likely to catch the species when present. Many shark stocks in the region are known to be overexploited, with catches declining, and market surveys indicate that the species has declined in areas where it was once considered common. The species has not been reported in surveys of the South China Sea where it has previously been recorded. This decline trend is likely to continue in the future in the absence of management and because of continued, if not increasing, fishing effort. Based on global declines and contracting landings of at least 20% over the past 12 years, and the fact that the Indo-Pacific region is a region of some of the most poorly managed and intensely fished waters. True. Yep. Like that's, which is really sad. I mean, like I'm really, I try to be careful when I talk about that, but like, yeah, you know, I know there's like a lot of rhetoric about like American environmental policy and everything, but like we're really very, very protective comparatively, and we have a lot of policies in place that are very like what's the word, like we are like the United States is a conservation leader in many respects, and has a lot of protected areas, and there's places that don't, and like Indo-Pacific region, like I totally agree with the statement that some of the most poorly managed and intensely fished waters. So so just like a random like side tangent, and I'm just like hopping back and forth between the chat. So yeah, like actually, I just saw you said it was rare. I've actually, I have Hemiprisus teeth, like fossils, but I don't know the living one, and actually, I didn't realize the living one, like was like still. I get confused. Like I didn't realize the living one was still alive. Actually, to be frank, so this is a good pick. This is really cool. Let's see. Some of the ways expected to occur over the next 3 generations. Hence, the species is vulnerable. In Australian waters, the species is expected to be least concern as a result of well-managed fisheries. Oh, interesting. Australian waters, least concern, well-managed fisheries, and low catches. Interesting. So, honestly, like, do you want to talk about snaggletooth shark next week? Like, we can make this the featured shark for next week, because, like, and this would be cool, because it would be the first one where, like all the sharks we talked about so far, like, I know them pretty well. This one I don't know well, but that's kind of the point. Like these are legit study parties. So, what do you think, Roy? Do you want to make this our official shark for next week? Hemiprisus elongata. Just let me know in the chat. And also if you have music. Okay, awesome. We're gonna do snaggletooth shark next week. So awesome. Sweet. And then like whatever music comes up, just you can leave a comment now, or you can just like leave a comment later too, and we'll go ahead and play that. What's funny is, yeah, like it's super cool because, like, actually, you know what? Let me see. I'm pretty sure. I think I have a Hemiprisus tooth. Let me go grab that really quick because, like, I'm pretty sure I have one. I'll be right back. Just because I'm pretty sure I have one in my collection. 1 minute. Alright, sorry about that. So these are all, because like I live in Virginia, and like I collect shark teeth in like Potomac, Rappahannock, York, and James River. And what's cool is that when you're further upriver, you go further back in time. I'm gonna get the time periods wrong. Let me go ahead and get Miocene. Blah 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 blah. I just want to get a bigger, especially in the Eugene period. Nope. Okay. Now I want to get bigger. What am I looking for? Geologic timescale. Cenozoic. That's what I'm looking for. Sorry about that. Cenozoic. Wait a minute. I want. Hold on. Okay. Wait. Hold. Okay. No. There we go. Sorry. I know what I'm looking for. I'm just being a goofball trying to find it. Okay. Okay. Pliocene. No, that's not Pliocene, right? Paleocene. That's what I'm looking for. Paleocene. Okay, so when you go further upriver, like Westmoreland State Park, Chip Oaks Plantation State Park. That's what I was looking for. Sorry, that took me forever. You get Paleocene shark teeth. So and you get a lot of representation from like lambda-forms, so like mackerel sharks, but you don't get a lot of biodiversity. And then, so for example, let's see. This is, I don't know if you can see that. This is, pretty sure it's a sand tiger tooth. Oh, I'm trying to angle this correctly. And this is collected upriver, and it's an older tooth. So this is from Paleocene era. But then when you go downriver, you get more Miocene teeth. And that is a period of a lot of the lambda-forms, their niches are getting displaced by, I think Carcharodontiforms start to kind of like explode and kind of take their place. So you get like, I'm trying to find a good example. Like this is from York River, or further down York River. This is some kind of Carcharodontis. I want to say it's like a cousin of a bull shark, but I can't tell specifically what that might be. But here is the Hemipristis that I got, and this is from York River. So wish I had a better resolution, because you probably this is so fun. I didn't think I was doing this on a live stream. I don't think that's really helping. But yeah, this is a Hemipristis, because it has like, this is a Hemipristis, right? Because Hemipristis has really distinctive teeth. Let me make sure I'm not like being a complete goof. Yeah, like wait, what state are you in, if you don't mind me asking? Because like, if you're on the East Coast, there's a lot of areas that just have big serrations. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is because it has like pretty big serrations. Let me make 100% sure. Because like Florida, North Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, like southern sandy area. I'm sure all East Coast has shark teeth, but like definitely those areas like with kind of like a sandy substrate. Hemipristis. Oh, Canada. Okay, no worries. Let's see. Are you on the what? It's a province, right? Like what province? Like are you on the East Coast or West Coast? Because like if it's West Coast, I don't know if there's shark teeth there. East Coast might have some, but I don't know if West Coast does. Or you might be in Central Canada, because like I'm so sorry. Ontario. I think that's Central Canada, right? I'm so sorry, I don't know my geography that really well. So hold on. But hello, Ontario. Okay, yes, there is no coast. I mean, there's coast, but it's frozen coast or cold coast. I actually really don't know what I'm talking about, so I've never been to Ontario. I apologize. But hello, shout out to Ontario. It is very nice to have Ontario represented on this live stream. So, all right, let's check out Hemipristis. There's a really good fossil rep website, actually. And I think this is it. Let me go ahead and... I'm pretty sure it's fossilguide.com. Yeah, this is it, right? Okay, cool, awesome, yeah. So this website, fossilguide.com, this is my go-to as far as, like, if I find something I have no idea what it is. Like, this is super, super cool. But yeah, I'm pretty sure what I've got is what we're seeing on the screen. And we should definitely have this next week. Because Hemipristids is a very, like to your point you mentioned earlier, it is a very famous fossil shark. Like as far as like if you go shark tooth hunting, like collectors love these teeth. So yeah, I really wish I had. I'm pretty sure this is a Hemipristis because it's like those are huge serrations on this thing. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll check with a friend, but I'm pretty sure it's part of the tooth. It's chipped off the top, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, but anyway, this website kind of helped me identify. This is the biggest tooth I have. This is it's a Carcadon, but it's not Carcarius. This is an ancestor of a great white, and it's oh shoot, what is it called? Awesome. Thank you for the what's up. Yeah, this is definitely. Oh, shoot, what is this called? There's two. Let's check this really quick. Man, what is this thing called? There's multiple prehistoric white sharks. Fossil ID sheets. Oh, this is really cool, by the way. He breaks it down by group, and he also breaks it down by location. Again, it's fossilguy.com. This is a really, really great website. But I'm pretty sure he had a white shark page. I'm just checking this really quick. No. Plicatellus, that's it. So this, I'm pretty sure this is Plicatellus. So, and it's something about the tooth shape. Because like I found this about a year ago, and I was racking my brain because I was torn between if this was Carcadon plicatellus, and then I don't know if it was versus Carcadon hastilis, but I'm pretty sure this one is plicatellus, just based on the tooth shape, but I forget exactly what it is about it. But this is the biggest tooth I have, and I know I'm 90% sure this is a Carcadon, so like a great white ancestor. So it's my favorite tooth, and well, actually, I mean, I love them all, but like it's probably the coolest one I have so far. But I've yet to find a Megalodon. I would love to pull one, but yeah, yeah. I should have like. Actually, wait. Did I do that? No, I don't. Yeah, I didn't do that. I should have a list. I should have a catalog. So, like, in terms of in terms of like what each one is, I really actually should record that. That's a good point. So, but anyway. Man, this is fun. We're covering a lot of different sharks tonight. I think I might leave at the top of the hour, but let's go back to basketsharks.com since it's Basket Shark Night. And actually, any questions about basket sharks? Anything you want to take a look at, or in terms of like just how as far as basket sharks go, or because I think earlier we were talking about we're covering like breaching and actually, where was I on this? Let's see. Sharks only produce small number with young. Oh, this is interesting. More recent threat to basket sharks is from marine debris and microplastics. They filter out their microscopic food source from the water, and so much plastic has now entered the ocean and been broken down to small particles. The effect of the shark's gill rakers, or even from ingesting these microplastics, is unknown. Now that is heartbreaking, but like that is a really important. I'm really glad I made a comment on that. And like I forget when you joined, but like this is the Basket Shark Scotland website, which is fantastic. This program is a really, really great ecotourism for basket sharks, and they have a lot of great information on this website. But I have a friend who is researching microplastics, and I should actually share this with her too, because like she's like it's probably one of the biggest issues, and like a really good area of study if you are in like a marine biologist or into like pursuing marine biology. So, but yeah, let's see. A larger scale threat could be related to their food source. Global warming has been noted to affect the range of their prey copepod and has shifted the distribution northward, possibly replacing them with other warmer water species. These large scale climate and oceanographic changes have unseen effects for the general public, but manifest as changes in plankton assemblages and their life cycles. This in turn has repercussions for large megafauna such as basking sharks and possibly affects their food source, migration pattern, and distribution. Now, what's interesting about that is happening to whales, and like I'm sure it's happening to whales in the North Atlantic, but there've been study. I definitely know there've been studies on this for whales in the Antarctic, where there's concern with global warming about their prey item distribution. So it's interesting that I mean it makes total sense that's happening to basket sharks as well because they have a similar like lifestyle, but like oh, have you seen basking sharks? Oh my gosh, where do you see them? And I'm sorry, I'm like hopping back and forth because like if there's like a delay in seeing your comments, I apologize for that. So because I'm just kind of like going back and forth, but like, kind of like at the beginning, I was mentioning it. Like I saw one when I was a kid on a whale watch in New Hampshire, but I really wish I was older. Oh, you saw the site. Sorry. No worries. No worries. I got you. Yeah, I saw a wild basket shark when I was a kid, but I was not old enough to like understand what I was seeing. So which is it's a cool encounter, but it's also like, oh man, I wish I was like the person I am now, just to kind of like fully get what is going on. So, oh my gosh. What's cool is I'm pretty sure this shark is in Canada. Did I close out IUCN Red List? Why did I do that? Let's check out the range. I am pretty sure, because this is a really like famous cold water shark, and I'm pretty sure. Let's go back. Oh, come on, I don't know what's going on. All right. Also, whenever like, I don't know about you, but like whenever I look at like that, look at that. Whenever I look at range maps, it's not 100% accurate, but IUCN is my favorite. Like whenever I look at range maps for any kind of animal, and again, it's not 100% accurate, but like this is like my go-to. This website and like how they plot ranges. So, but this is cool. So this is in Newfoundland and Labrador. Do you say Quebec or Quebec? Is it? Am I going crazy? Am I ridiculous? Like, is it Quebec like K, like a K, or is it like you say it like that, or is it like qua, like a question, like like it's a dumb question, but my brother, like whenever my brother and I play Risk, he always annoys me and he says Quebec just for fun, but I know that's absolutely wrong. Like New Brunswick, Nova Scotia. Let's check the Pacific, actually, too. British Columbia. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, Vancouver. Look at that. That's super cool. Kind of a fun fact why Quebec. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, cool. Either one doesn't matter. So Quebec or Quebec. That's interesting. But yeah, Quebec is my brother's go-to. I don't know why it's not. I don't think that's a good place to have in Risk, like in the game Risk. But like I don't know why he goes for that. But anyway, now part of why IUCN Risk is not the most accurate as far as range maps go is like so this right here. This is like it's brackish water. Here is like brackish water. Here's brackish water. So this is just like polygons populating. Like you cannot find basket sharks here, here, and here. Like they're going to be more here. They do go into the bay. They're very rare. And like this is my part of the world, like the Chesapeake Bay area. They do go into the bay like down here, but they don't go up that far. So just for this range map, just take it with a grain of salt. But it is probably the most accurate you can find, where it's like a vast catalog of species, but it there's accuracy. So I don't know if that makes sense, but I love IU Santa Rosa when I'm like looking for distributions. So yeah, I'm probably gonna sign off in a little bit, but I don't know if you're here at the very beginning. We need to end on a happy holiday note, and I saw the coolest video. I've never seen this before, of a basket shark breaching. So I played it at the very beginning of the live stream. But we gotta see this again, because this is nuts. So hold on, and I'll play it like 2 or 3 times because it's unbelievably cool. So, and we're not gonna show for a commercial. I don't have ad blocker. I don't know why, Roy. I don't have ad blocker at all. So I should get it. Get out of here, commercials. Why did the music stop? I guess I am still listening to Journey. Sorry. All right. Come on. Okay. All right, here we go. This I'm gonna do full screen because this is nuts. Here we go. Look at that! Is that wild? Coolest thing ever. That's actually. I didn't know play the video. They do replays. Okay, they do replays. Let's just zoom ahead a little bit. No, I'm sorry. I'm going death. Wow. Okay. But what's cool is that basket sharks are distant cousins of white sharks. I know white sharks breach. And it's just so cool that this one does too. That thing is massive. Can you imagine that? Just like, oh, it's so crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, like I think that happened on the Dusky Smoothhound one too, and I think the reason is I'm kind of asking my internet to do a lot at once. I kind of went back and forth too quickly. Is it better now? I'm gonna go in a little bit, but like, is the mic better now? That totally happened last time too. So it's just like, because like the last time, like the Dusky Smoothhound video, I was like bouncing back and forth and Googling everything, and I didn't realize. Oh, cool, awesome. I didn't realize that it was just like choking the internet. So sorry about that. But anyway, yeah, that video is nuts. Who made that? Where's this from? Storyful Viral. I'm sure that's not the original source. Credit Vanessa Bowen via Storyful. Okay. And there's a Facebook link. Awesome. So yeah, that's super cool. And just I've never seen clearer footage like that. So like, oh my gosh. Well, I'm gonna go. I'm really tired, and I think I started around 9, so it's been 2 hours basket shark. But Roy, thank you for joining, and next week we're gonna do Hemipristis. What was the species name again? It's only one. Let's pull it up again. Hemipristis. Snaggletooth shark. Oh no! I clicked too fast. Hold on. Hemipristis elongata. Did I read that right? Elongata. Hemipristis elongata snaggletooth shark. Awesome. All right. Awesome. Yes. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. So, and honestly, it's been super cool. Like, the first couple streams, I've been doing them, like, I knew starting this out probably be, talking by myself. So, but it was super cool when you jumped on. So I'm glad we got to, like, explore some sharks together. We'll do that next week with a snaggletooth shark. And just leave your music recommendations whenever you have time. So, awesome. But I hope you have a good night and a good rest of your week, and just take care. And I don't know, I don't have really an outro, but like, go Canada. So, but have a good night, man.